Good morning or evening or afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow tanks. This is Justin, aka Diego. I don't know when you guys are going to be actually watching this movie, so if it's in the morning, good morning. If it's not, if it's in the evening, I hope you have a good dinner. If it's in the afternoon, why don't you have a beer, kick off the shoes, relax. Today I want to talk about two different facets of tanking. Uh, Tactical awareness and situational awareness. Tactical awareness basically is the first thing you learn at tanking. So for everyone that's asking me like, what's the best way to level? Like, how do I level a paladin? I would tell you, what are you gonna do at 80? If you're gonna tank, please level through the dungeon finder because you will learn a lot of these things that you need to know at 80. Basically, how to handle mobs, basic rotation, how to manage your threat, so on and so forth. You learn the basics of tanking while you're going from whatever 70 to 80, 60 to 80. In those dungeons, you learn the basics of tanking, and those skills will benefit you. So if you're going to be a tank at 80, tank in the dungeon finder. Here on Rotface, a form of tactical awareness is I knew going into this fight. Tactical awareness is basically you can better yourself through tactical awareness through everything that you could prep for a fight. So anything that does not actually really have to deal with a fight as it's going on, per se, not like tactical awareness. Basically, the way you situate your add-ons to display all sorts of information to you, vital information like who's got aggro, who's got threat, who's dying, who's got debuffs, so on and so forth. That's a form of tactical situation. Usage of rotation, big form of tactical situation. Good use of rotations and so on, and based general knowledge of your class and what abilities to use given what certain situations that you know are going to come up. For instance, on Lady Death Whisperer, on the left side and the right side, on this particular side, I know there's going to be two melee ads on the left and the right, and in the middle, there's going to be a caster ad. Now, I know, other than the other off tank, I am the only person that cannot be crit by a physical blow, if you will. So it's my priority to pick up those ads first, because if you guys do not know this, in PvE, no spells can crit any of your raid members. It's just the way Blizzard set it up, they can't do it. So to let him get one cast off for 5k on whoever is not that vital than a melee ad getting on a healer and critting him for 20k. So I knew it was my priority going into the fight to snap some threat on the physical dealing ad, the melee ads, yeah, and then worry about the caster ad, but not to let him go free and just cast free, but to get him going, get snap some threat, but make sure I have threat on the physical guys first. On the adverse side, you'll see what I do wrong here. This is a form of situational awareness. My idea going here is, okay, so I'm going to Avenger Shield the far left ad and taunt the melee ad and judge or do whatever to the right caster ad. There's just one melee ad on the side. He's in the middle. So you'll see me here. Here's the taunt. There's my Avenger Shield, and the mage just blows up the physical ad and pulls him off me. I didn't plan that was going to happen, and right when it did, I click him, taunt him, build some threat, drag him back over so I could cleave the other two ads and maintain threat on them. It's a form of situational awareness. I didn't plan on him being pulled off me, fuck no. But he did, and I was able to cope and deal with it. And that will make you better as a tank. And the only way that you go through these situations is by tanking. The only way that you're going to be able to recover from someone pulling off of you is to actually get someone to pull off of you. I'm not saying you want people to pull off of you, but a tank that, like, shits his pants and is like, oh my god, this guy pulled off me and the world's gonna end, and how do I cope from it? You just click it and taunt it, that's what. And I'm sure you guys know that. I'm just saying on the extreme case, people freak out over sometimes things that are really little and it's not that big of a deal. Here in Halls of Lightning, you're kind of just seeing me chain pull while I finish talking about what I wanted to talk about. But see, watch me on the move, how I snap threat and I move, I snap threat and I move, always using my ability. I don't use the 969 to T here because I don't really need Holy Shield. I do kind of outgear these things, so it's not maybe the best video clips for how to use a 969 rotation, but it's a good clip on tanking awareness, how to click through mobs, make sure you got aggro and everything, so on and so forth, how to keep chain pulling, and what happens if you do lose threat. But so tactical awareness is a really good way to better yourself as a tank. You gotta keep tanking to learn these types of situations. You know, basically how to use your abilities given what situations you're going to be put into, and you should know, obviously, hopefully through the internet. There's a plethora of information on the internet, the types of situations you're going to be going into. For instance, if you're going into Icecrown, you should know what wings you're planning on attempting, and what is required of you for the boss fight. Now that's basically given everything goes right, you should know what has to happen. Now, making you a better tank, even a better tank, is being able to recover from when something goes wrong. When the main tank dies, or when the off tank dies, or when a healer, like I said before, gets a debuff, and you gotta use a shield wall, so on and so forth. Being able to adapt to ever-changing situations will make you a really good tank. And the only way that you can put yourself in those situations, obviously, is the tank. So what I'm saying here, guys, you guys see what I'm saying? If you want to be a better tank, you got to tank. Now, if you're struggling, you don't have the gear, blah blah blah, that just comes with time and effort. I mean, you got to run the 5-mans, and you'll get the gear eventually. Here's hold on, let me just break that thought real quick. I am getting knocked back, right? And I was really frustrated because there's a lot of guys on me, and I wanted to make sure I didn't lose threat. So I was like, okay, so I know the knockback mechanic. I know the best way to not get knocked back is put my back up against the wall. So after like the third or fourth fucking knockback, I run my back up against the wall, and now all these idiots are actually standing in my consecrate. So it was, it's a form of situational awareness. I was able to realize what was happening and what might have happened if I, kept getting knocked back. I was probably going to lose some aggro to all this type of AoE going on. But putting my back up against there, all the dudes stayed in my AoE. I was able to cleave them down with my Seal of Cleave. As the amazing healer is wanding. Look at that green bolt of death. Hey, can anyone see that? Blow it up. Make it bigger. Watch this. Green bolt of death. Dude, I bet you, dude, that's definitely look at my threat too. That's fucking stupid. But anyway, guys, so if you have any questions about add-ons that I use, please refer to my video. It has not changed. I did a video a long time. Basically the same. So check back on my channel for that. Otherwise, I got all the other videos on the rotation and whatnot. But just, keep tanking, you guys. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get. Just put yourselves in those situations and learn from your mistakes and learn what is expected of you. That's basically it, you guys. You guys have a good one. This is Justin, a.k.a. Diego. Peace out.